It's time to get unstuck. Do you love listening to this podcast? I'd love to have you give me a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts or on your favorite podcast app. And if you'd like to help me keep the lights on, I'd appreciate a donation. You can do that at livingmoonmeditation.com/podcast. Are you tired of feeling stuck? Let's shift your energy. Start with my free quiz I made just for you. You'll get personalized tips for getting unstuck based on where your blocks are. You can find it at bit.ly/getunstuckchakraquiz. I have the link in the show notes for you. Meditation is a spiritual discipline. It promotes relaxation and mental calmness through the use of controlling or suspending thoughts for a certain period of time. It involves physical and mental relaxation, and it is a great way to relieve stress. Of course, some people think that's just a bunch of baloney and that it's not possible for meditation to relieve stress. And they think that it's not going to happen, so they don't even try it. But research has shown that meditation works and that it's a practical technique for stress management. The most notable research on meditation's usefulness in relieving stress was done in 1968 by Dr. Herbert Benson of Harvard University. He conducted a series of experiments on popular meditation techniques and published his findings in a book called The Relaxation Response. Dr. Benson discovered that meditation has a real effect on reducing stress and controlling the fight or flight response. He wrote that meditation increased the skin's resistance to damage or infections, slowed the heartbeat and breathing rate, and reduced oxygen consumption. Meditation is all about consciously relaxing your mind and body for a period of time. It means that you need to focus inwardly so that your mind is basically so busy concentrating on breathing and body form that there is no time to think about the events that are causing you stress. Now, meditation is simple to do, although a lot of people think it's difficult. It does not require you to be a mystic or to be a spiritual person. Meditation is something that anybody can do almost anywhere. I say almost anywhere because you don't want to really practice meditation in a car driving, but almost anywhere you can do meditation. When you prepare yourself for meditation, be sure to set aside a certain amount of time where you are guaranteed not to be interrupted. Now, it doesn't require hours of practicing at a time for meditation to be effective. Stress reduction can happen in 10 or 20-minute time slots and even less. So if you feel like you don't have the time for meditation, I promise you do. Effective meditation requires that you are in a comfortable, quiet environment. Yes, you can meditate in loud, noisy environments, and that is something that I can sometimes do, although not all the time, and I have gotten some of my students to where they can meditate in louder, more crowded situations. But the most effective meditation for lowering stress happens in comfortable, quiet environments. Now, this means that when you practice, you should make sure that you are wearing comfortable, unrestricted clothing as much as possible, and that the atmospheric temperature, whether you're outside or inside, should be comfortable for you in order to make your meditation session as stress relieving as possible. Now, I know that some of this is not within your control. You can't necessarily control the temperature inside of a building, depending on what building it is and where you're at, and you certainly can't control the temperature outside. But if you're outside and it's a super hot day, you're probably going to be more comfortable if you can find a shady spot for meditation than sitting out in full sun. And you definitely aren't going to find it comfortable more than likely sitting in a house on a 95-degree day that has no air conditioning in the middle of the day. So just keep temperature and comfort as much as possible at the forefront of your mind when you are going to practice meditation. Stress relieving meditation is all about concentration. When you are fully comfortable, either sitting or lying down, or even standing up if that's your preference, then you should close your eyes, or if you don't want to close your eyes, just don't focus on any one thing. Keep your eyes lowered and unfocused. You will want to bring your attention to your breathing and keep it there throughout your entire session. Count your breaths. You can say the numbers out loud if that's beneficial for you. And counting your breaths or thinking breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out are great ways to help keep your mind focused on your breath and not have your thoughts wandering. Now, if your thoughts do wander, and they very well may, because as I like to say, that's what minds do, is think, so your mind is going to think. But if your thoughts do wander away from your breathing, you can use imagery. It is very popular in meditation. With imagery, you can focus on something that you consider refreshing or pleasant. This could be the image of a garden or the beach or a lake, whatever you find refreshing or pleasant. You can focus on an image of that in your mind. Music is also a great way to help control or minimize wandering thoughts during meditation and to focus your concentration on breathing. You can hum, you can listen to soothing music, you can listen to nature sounds, whatever helps you to keep calm and relaxed. Now, the key to meditation is finding ways to not be overwhelmed with the random thoughts that come through your mind. Now, it's very difficult to control your thoughts and to control your mind at all times. And when you do notice your mind wandering, being able to bring your focus back to your meditation without attaching to any of the thoughts going through your mind is what meditation is all about. Now, it takes a bit of time to learn how to do this and to not let your mind continuously wander and get attached to those thoughts. But once you have mastered this skill, then meditation becomes a whole lot easier, and you will discover that you are able to do it almost anywhere and that it does help you relax and to lower your stress levels. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Get Unstuck with Michele Leffler. It's truly been my pleasure to talk to you today. If you like this episode or you think it will be useful for someone else, please consider leaving a review on your favorite podcast app. If you've got any questions, send me an email to hello@livingmoonmeditation.com. Here's to getting you unstuck so you can be grounded, joyful, and energetic. See you next time.